Hello, and welcome back as the aliens try to find a way to drag this out as long as possible. In Perfidious, Pete plays XCOM, The Long War. And I don't know if the aliens have a corner man or not, but if they do, they should give some very serious thought to firing him. Or her, I don't want to gender stereotype, no reason a trainer can't be a lady. But, you know, male or female, this is the point in the fight where a competent trainer would be leaping into the ring with a towel trying to save their fighter from a traumatic brain injury. This one, it's done. I mean, we've reached the end. There's a fork sticking out of the aliens. It's all over. Even at Mickey Goldmill at this point wouldn't let Rocky back into the ring. He just wouldn't. Rocky'd be sitting in a chair going, "You gotta cut me, Mick, cut me." And then Mickey would reply with something gruff but lovable like, "Nah, kid, I cut you now, Rock. I might as well cut your throat. It's over, man, it's over. And I'm just not gonna win to that pretty wife of yours, Rocky, because that's what I'm doing if I send you back in that ring. Maybe I should have taught you to fight instead of just having you punch sides of beef and chase chickens, but I thought it was funny, Rock. I thought it was funny, but this one, kid, you just can't win. It's over, Rock. Let's get you out of this ring, get you cleaned up, and send you back home, kid. Get you back to breaking legs for that bookie. I think, Lone Shark bookie, whatever it was. He was a leg breaker, kid, and honestly, I think you got a better future sticking in that racket." Yeah, but apparently the aliens have never seen Rocky. I mean, it's sort of a, I don't know, it's sort of a cultural classic. They should really check it out. But they haven't, so it's just not gonna happen. I guess there's nothing for us to do but head up here, start scanning, and watch these aliens get hamstrung and kicked into traffic. Because, hey, they aren't dead yet, and Don King needs the extra $5 he'll get for putting that shit on pay-per-view. Don King could use that $5. Alright, so we've got a fighter high over Brazil. You know, at this point, he's on a satellite destruction mission too, and I kind of don't want missions. I want to get the time over. I just want my plasma dragon completed. As soon as that plasma dragon finishes, we're going to the aid of the temple ship. That's it. We just need the plasma dragon, temple ship assault. That's what's going to happen. Also, is pay-per-view even still a thing? I don't watch a lot of TV. Most of my entertainment comes from YouTube or Netflix or the internet, so I don't really know, but fantastic work, by the way, champ. Way to be. Here's me. Please explode that. And then what do? You definitely did not explode it. So, fucking brilliant work, jerk ass. Great. We get 10 aliens. One of whom is a mechtoid that will just have Atlas King mind control and kill the other 9. This is a relevant mission for us. Anyway, back to what was I talking about? Pay-per-view and how's it still? Yeah, but how does pay-per-view make money? I don't understand how it's profitable. Let's say you're a cheapskate like me, or you just don't really give a shit about sporting events. Again, kind of like me, I'm not big in sports. I like baseball, that's about it. But how do they make money on pay-per-view? Twitter is a thing. I mean, they can't get rid of the Twitter, so like 12 to 15 seconds after any kind of huge sporting contest that you might be interested in is over, if you want to, you know how it ended. I mean, all you have to do is look at your Twitter feed. You're gonna be like, oh yeah, Ronda Rousey got kicked in the head and I'm pretty sure her skull is shattered and that her career is over. It'd just be, yeah, I mean, that's a thing, right? I didn't need to pay to know Ronda Rousey lost. And also, I don't know, maybe I'm just out of touch. Maybe that's what the kids these days are into. Maybe it's like a conspicuous spending sort of thing. Be like, yeah, I got the pay-per-view. I paid $75 to watch a 19-second fight. Money well spent. Yeah, I'm not trying to beat up on anybody either who's into that sort of thing. I mean, if that's your deal, hey, it's your money, spend it how you want. Don't let an idiot on the internet like me tell you how to live your life, because basically I'm doing it wrong. You're probably doing a better job than I am, honestly. So we got Guglielmo Marconi. Is he an officer? I don't remember. Marconi, are you an officer of any variety? You are not. Okay, well, we're gonna need an officer of some variety, because who knows how many missions we're gonna have in these 8 days until the temple ship arrives. If the Long War has taught me anything, I'm gonna guess that it's gonna be like a lot of missions. But we are still going to need an officer of some variety. I do want to try and keep fatigue time low. I'm not going to take any of our top 10 kicks, which means the other drawback to this is every mission we're going to have to do from here on out, we're doing it with the trash. I mean, we're doing it with the bottom of the barrel. We're doing it with what's the sweepings that are left in the dustpan at the end of the day. Except for Atlas King, who's going on every mission because Atlas King is immune to fatigue. So Atlas King will be our scout. Let's just go ahead and get him loaded out and ready to work. And yeah, we could be getting experience for other troopers, but honestly, at this point, we're literally just killing time until that last plasma dragon finishes, and that's it. It's done. We're going to the temple ship as soon as that happens. Narrow regulator, gotta go with the old mind shield here, gotta buff up Atlas King's willpower as much as is humanly possible. Air regulator, mine shield. I don't even remember what we've been giving him in his third slot. Walker servos, maybe, or an arc thrower? Is there anything on this mission we consider capturing? I think the answer is no. Let's just give him walker servos. You know what? At this point, captures are irrelevant because we won't have time to build anything with a captured weapon anyway. So you know what? It's pointless. We don't even need to bother. Assault team. How ghetto can we get? I mean, the answer is we get pretty damn ghetto, really. Are the Bobsies available? If the Bobsies are available, we will take them because, you know what? Let's take a Nat Durand. Not a Bobsy, admittedly, but also potentially useful. Never mind. I'm trying to say potentially we might use her in an alien base assault, but that's just, no, we would never take her. She's way, way, way too low rank. Psychically powerful, yeah, sure, I mean, we can't take that away from her. She's got some gifts. For one thing, she's irritating as holy living fucking shit. But, she's got some good psychic powers, but we couldn't take her. Being able to panic stuff, that, again, on the temple ship is going to be largely immune to panic, because everything has that ridiculous willpower bonus. It occurs to me that I still don't have an officer in this. Where is, like, Jules Verne? I just need a garbage water officer here. Okay, so we got J. Robert Oppenheimer, who's fatigued for 12 hours. Keller's out for a day. Thomas Edison's out for 3 days. Where is Jules Verne? Is he hurt? He's out for 2 days. You know what? He's not hurt now, but he's gonna be, because he's leading this mission. So, sorry, Julie. You're gonna go in the hospital at the end of this one. I'm fully embracing the meta. I'm chewing you up and spitting you out like a piece of old, tired gum that's lost its flavor. It's just, you're done. You're gonna literally be chewed up and spit out. Like a piece of fruit stripe gum. You that's it. You've lost your flavor, champ. I hate to break it to you, but you're done. Just like Rocky in that fight. You're done. Also, what is it about fruit stripe gum? Is it just me, or does fruit stripe gum lose its flavor faster than like any other brand of gum? You chew it for about 12 seconds, and then it's just like, oh man, it's done. Now it tastes like old wet cardboard. I'm not even gonna pay attention to what we have on this mission, because it so doesn't matter. We got a sniper, a scout, an engineer, a rocketeer. I guess we would want a gunner, a couple assaults, and then maybe a medic. Do we really need a medic for a 10-man mission? Do we have a medic that we can just treat like a piece of fruit stripe gum and spit out right away? Probably. Yeah, sure, Isaac Asimov. We can, yeah, if you haven't been on a mission forever, Asimov. Hey, this is probably your last hurrah, pal, so look on the bright side. One final chance to go out there and, like, pretend that you matter. Yeah, it should be good. Isaac Asimov, I was gonna say you might level, but now that I look at it, that's not gonna happen. You are not going to level, Isaac Asimov. I could give you a motion tracker, but I already did do that. I can't give you a shadow device, but I hardly feel like that is relevant. I think I'm just gonna give you a scope so that maybe, just maybe, you can hit something during the course of the mission. I mean, +8 aim is not probably gonna save anyone, but it can hurt. Assault team, we got plenty of options. I really don't want to send anybody good. Do we have garbage water assaults available? We got Audie Murphy, who possibly has never even been on a mission. Do you have hit and run, Audie? If you have hit and run, I'll take you. You do not. Well, sorry, Audie, you're out. Sorry, Murph. I don't think Audie Murphy ever even got to go on a single mission, which is a little heartbreaking, but we can't take Teddy and the bench because they only work in pairs. We could take Billy Shakes or the Old Master, although I do like you know what, let's think St. Joan. We have to have like 1 or 2 competent troopers. I mean, once we're done mind controlling that mechtoid, we have to have somebody on the ground who can actually kill the mechtoid, which is probably gonna be pretty much just St. Joan. So let's get her loaded out with our standard build, and for the rest of the team, I really don't care. I don't even think I'm gonna take 2 assaults. I'm just gonna fill this in with whatever I can fucking find. Infantry troopers, I mean, we got a lot. Superhero is good. Steve Lawsuit Jobs is good. Lady Di actually is respectable. In fact, let's take the big gun away from Isaac Asimov. Isaac, sorry, but there are more talented people who require your gun. So if you could fork it over, what can I give you that's not terrible as a replacement? Probably just a Gauss rifle. Yeah, that'll do. And then Lady Di Francis, who's going to be dramatically better with the rifle anyway. She's get a much higher base aim. Plasma rifle, sure, why not? Motion tracker, I mean, yeah, I guess. Walker servos, nah, we should probably just go with a scope. Lady Di, high capacity mags is respectable, but I actually think I am going to go with Walker servos for Lady Di. Speedy infantry is like a more useful infantry, and what are we missing anything? We don't have a gunner. All right, I will take literally anyone who is not important. First name I see for someone who doesn't fucking matter at all gets the call. Up, Jane Topless Mansfield. There you go. It's probably going to be Jane Mansfield's one and only mission. Aegis Armor, Plasma Dragon, which I'm tempted to not even entrust her with because I'm worried she might get it exploded, but don't really have an option. Armor Piercing Ammo. High Capacity Mags. Where are you? We'll just give her High Capacity Mags. It's fine. Little Topless Mansfield is ready to go. She does not have a double tap ability. That's real bad. It's probably okay. Honestly, this mission, it's probably going to be alright. It's 10 aliens. It's 10 aliens, and one of them's going to be working for us. 10 aliens, one of them works for us thanks to Atlas King. And even if he's not working for us, he's going to be panicked and just cowering in a wad of doughy flesh, terrified of the magnificence that is Atlas King's sexy ass.
Have requested our help.
So Operation Fallen Paramore. God, Bradford, what's with your hate for Haley Williams? You're always bagging on Paramore, Bradford. I mean, jeez. I mean, I know she has reverse Benjamin Button disease where she just gets, or wait, no. Reverse Benjamin Button disease would be aging like a normal person, so take that back. She does have Benjamin Button disease, though, where she gets younger the older she gets. She actually looks younger every single time I see her. But other than that, she's got some pipes, man. Say what you want about Haley. You may not be into Paramore's music, but that gal could sing, man. She can wail. She's like a younger, more hip Monique Powell, who I have a desperate crush on, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. If you are unfamiliar with who Monique Powell is, do yourself a favor, find the shit out, because she is one sexy dame, and also can wail. So where the hell are we? Gas station? Where did we come in at? This is a really weird spot to start on this map. So here's the, okay, so this is the truck area. Normally we would start over in this region. We've come in on the opposite side. All right, then, let's get a little motion tracker going. I only brought one shadow device, really? That was rather silly of me. I mean, we've got Atlas King, so I'm not overly worried. Isaac Asimov is really quick. He's fast on his feet, that Asimov. He's, you know, he's quick. Look at him. He's got good speed. I guess Burgess Meredith has had him chasing chickens and really worked on his footwork. Tied his feet together with a shoestring and whatnot.
You're the boss.
I'm the boss, Annette. That's right. I'm the boss. Perfidious Pete, he's the man in charge, telling y'all what to do. Atlas King is all... I mean, you're always getting it done, Atlas King. You don't need to state the obvious, pal. It's having you say that you're getting it done, Atlas King, is like telling me that water is wet or the sky is blue. I'm just gonna file that under shit I already know, pal.
Already there.
I don't mean to sound dismissive, Atlas King, because you're the greatest trooper in the history of XCOM, and also, you're the man crush I've always secretly wanted. But still, I mean, maybe just don't say anything, Alice. You're embarrassing us both. So there's some aliens over in this region doing something, I don't know. Mechtoid? Alright, well, we hear the Mechtoid, have no particular insight as to its direction. If we're gonna pop the pod, who would we like to do it with? You know, I think our best bet actually would be to try and avoid popping the pod. Is the other side of that truck open? It is. So we don't want to go that way because we will activate the pod. Man, let's just have Asimov throw up the motion tracker. The aliens have moved, so they're not over there anymore. Alright then, who's the most expendable out of this? If we had to waste a move, who would we rather do it with? Probably Marconi, I think, is going to be the right choice here. Let's get Marconi up in the sky. We're going to get him airborne. Can you get up here, Guillermo? There you go. That's not a bad little shooting position for you. Let's adjust you very slightly. Can we go up further? No. You're just going to come over here and hover over this roof. This area is 100% totally clear. Asimov has the motion tracker active, but there's nothing on it. Let's just bring St. Joan around over here. Voodoo, I'm going to have you jump in the back of the truck then. Okay, so there's our aliens. They're over in this vicinity. We don't want to activate them just yet. St. Joan, we're going to put you on Overwatch. We do want to try and get our stationary team in good firing positions. Jane Topless Mansfield, you need to take the next move. Oh, that's not good. Topless is not going to have a very wide field of fire and can't move and do anything else. I mean, she can't contribute in any fashion if she moves. The other person, Asimov, you can just be on Overwatch. The other person we're going to need in at least a reasonable position
No need to ask twice.
is Jules Verne. And I think, God damn it, Julie. I really wanted you over here, next to this fence. Can't always get what you want, but if you try sometimes, you might find you also can't get what you need often. Sometimes you're just fucked all the way. That's the part of that song that the Rolling Stones never really told us all about. Not only do you not always get what you want, and sometimes when you try, you still can't get what you need. Sometimes you're just fucked. I guess having a children's choir would sing the line, "Sometimes you're just fucked," doesn't really sort of have the same kind of charm. All right, aliens. It's all over, aliens, but the screaming. I mean, we already know that this is the end of all things. For you, at least. You should really just stop trying. The lesson is never try. All right, well, I mean, we might as well send Atlas King down to try and grab this meld canister. Mostly, we just want him to pop the pod and hijack one of whatever we find. Which, of course, means that the pod is going to be literally unfindable. What? These guys are ducking us, man. I mean, I've been making a lot of boxing references here with the Rocky thing, but the aliens are ducking us, man. They're ducking us. Contracts are supposed to come signed. These guys are Floyd Mayweather Jr. of aliens. And yeah, I'm throwing shade at Floyd Mayweather Jr. Guy picks his fights very carefully. It's not like I can't fault him for it because it's a fucking gajillion-dollar enterprise, and sort of conserving his image, I guess, is definitely important to the brand. Jules Verne, we're gonna bring you up here. We're gonna have you study. Don't you pop this pod, Julie. All right then. If you pop the pod, we were all gonna be very upset with you. Steady your weapon. You're gonna be firing a rocket. Voodoo, we're gonna bring you up here into this half cover. You're gonna be on Overwatch. Where is Topless Jane? Jane, Topless Mansfield, we need you in a firing position. We want you in a shooter's box as well, so get up there. Marconi, I know you can see him, but we gotta hold off on that, so we're just gonna have you study that weapon. You'll be leading off the activities next turn, never fear. You'll get firsties. Ooh, Annette Durand has leaping legs? When did we do that? I mean, I'm not salty about it. They're useful, but I don't remember doing it, and I'm not sure why I would have done it, but I mean, I must have. It's not like somebody else was out here modifying my troopers. Dr. Valen finally shows some initiative and just starts taking the project into her own hands. If that happened, I have to admit to fucking being terrified. I don't want Dr. Valen taking the project into her own hands. It's like the worst thing ever. Alright, so the alien's gonna do us all a favor activating themselves. That's fine. We're gonna get a new mechtoid friend. And this drone, well, I mean, Isaac Asimov.
Missed.
Hey, it was our worst shot. So, I mean, he wasted it, yeah, but it was literally the worst shot we had. It was the worst shot we had. He wasted our worst one. One of these guys is going to shield the mechtoid. Oh, no, they didn't. Good, because I don't want the mechtoid shielded. That would make him more difficult for Atlas King to appropriate. Speaking of which, Atlas King, if you would come and appropriate this man, we'd all appreciate it. Little lightning reflexes, and this is where Atlas King gets hit through lightning reflexes. Okay, good.
I'm all right.
We can't have Atlas King injured. And the mechtoid is going to be our newfound friend. So, yeah, we're going to take this. 88%. I'm comfortable it will work. Atlas King does not fail.
You are.
And once again, Atlas King did not fail us. Fantastically done, Atlas King. You're the greatest trooper in the history of XCOM. I mean, hands down, bar none, non-pareil, you are the greatest. Lady Di getting what will likely prove to be the final kill of her career. And Guglielmo Marconi to pick off our long, far-away little sectoid pal. This long-distance dedication goes out to a heart-sick sectoid with a shattered skull. I'm Casey Kasem. Actually, you know, my Casey Kasem impression is like one of the better ones that I do. My Rocky is terrible. I take full credit for having a terrible Rocky impression. It's god-awful. The Rocky is not good. Jules Verne, there's not really anything left for you to shoot at, is there, champ? Alright, let's just bring you up here. Topless Mansfield, also, you've got to be shitting me. Ah, Jules Verne, I swear to God, you could fuck up a ham sandwich.
Cover my flank.
Yeah, we're get right on it. We're gonna have to cover your flank because you're completely fucked. So James Mansfield's gonna suppress this guy in the hopes that we can keep him down, and Jules Verne remains unshot. Honestly, though, having Jules Verne get... Oh, Atlas King is flanked. That's terrible. Alright, well, we have to protect someone, and if we're going to protect anyone on this mission, there is literally only one man who is important in any way, shape, or form. That man is Atlas King. So if we're protecting anybody, we're protecting Atlas King. Asimov, let's get you up here, because again, you would also be very vulnerable to being flanked. St. Joan, we could have run over here, run and gun, and kill this sectoid almost without fail. Alternatively, we could have her run up here and maybe take some pokes at these outsiders, which is not a terrible idea, but it's also not a good idea, because there's definitely another pod somewhere on this map. So I think what we should... I think the better bet is to go for the run and gun here, kill the sectoid. I do want to run and gun because we need the little French maid in a more reasonable position. And she is like the other trooper on the team that sort of matters. Everyone else I will kill. If it brings Atlas King and Joan of Arc home alive and undamaged, I will sacrifice every single other member of this team if I have to. I should prefer to not, because the equipment damage would be highly unfortunate, but I will do it. Yeah, alright, well, we can't have Atlas King flanked, so can we catch anybody else with this? Nope, alright, well, it's a one-man shadow device then. This is how much I value the life of Atlas King. I'm going to protect him at all costs. I know Atlas King doesn't necessarily need my protection because he's a fantastic, able-bodied trooper, and I mean, this maybe feels like we're coddling him a little bit. But I don't care. I'll coddle Atlas King. And go ahead and shoot. Oh, well, there's your 3 damage. Look out. This guy's taking a reactive sensor shot. God, Mechtoid Colossuses are the greatest things since sliced bread. I mean, I used to despise them because they're broken bullshit Mary Sue awful. But, you know, when the Mary Sue's on your team, it soon as starts to seem a little less, sort of awful. I mean, when the Mary Sue's on your side, it's all good. And there's the other pod I was worried about triggering with St. Joan. I think we got a pretty respectable chance of taking those guys out. With Jules Verne? Alternatively, we could just have the Mechtoid kill him. I mean, he can do that. Mechtoid will kill a dude. We also need to run the Mechtoid out of ammo. I mean, that's something we should also consider. We do need to run him out of ammunition. Pretty good chance to kill that guy. That's definitely going to be a kill. Where'd that thin man go? Can we still see him? Nope. The rogue thin man is a little troubling. I think we have Radiohead just give out another long-distance dedication to a heartsick sectoid with a shattered skull. You think sectoids actually have skulls? Or just like they're supported by a series of fluid-filled sacs like Kif? How do you think that works? I wonder what the physiology of the sectoid is. Well, if anybody's taking Overwatch, it's not going to be Atlas King or any of our troopers. It's going to be this Leviathan Mechtoid. Alternatively, we could just have him kill both of those guys. Actually, his hit percentages aren't fantastic. We do want to run him out of ammo before our mind control is up. You know what? This is fine. Start gunning down Seekers, Mechtoid Colossus. Seeker 1, scratch him. And can we scratch Seeker 2 with our, we got a worse percentage by a considerable margin. Looks like we still got, oh, there's the miss. Alright, so, I mean, even a Mechtoid Colossus can have an off day, I guess. Does this outsider have anything that would allow him to shoot at us for firing a rocket? The answer is no. He has a lot of Overwatch shots and damage control, which is bullshit. But we need to get rid of his cover, and this should be respectable damage from old Jules Sci-Fi Verne, so let's go ahead and do this. Brilliant work, Julie. 9 damage. That's fucking fantastic work, champ. That's palpable hit, as the kids these days say. So Atlas King, if we need a panic, could deliver us a panic. St. Joan could come up and take a freebie at this guy, but she has to run Overwatch to do it. It's fine. I trust St. Joan's Overwatch. She'll be alright. She got commanding reflexes. She has commanding reflexes? She has lightning reflexes. But, I mean, also, she has strong command of her reflexes. Oh, that guy gets to shoot twice, because, of course he does. He's an opportunist. Even though the first shot missed, which I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to get opportunist fire if the first shot is a miss. Wow, this guy... Okay, he gets every shot in the universe. I'm not at all salty about that. Nope, not even a little. I mean, we traded 10 for 14. Man, that guy is broken good. We'll come back to St. Joan in a moment. Atlas King could probably come up here and just finish him off. But that does expose Atlas King to a little more hostility than I'm totally comfortable with. We need to find a way to kill the guy behind Atlas King. Or kill the guy actually in the back there. I don't know as we're going to be able to do that. You hope I've thought it through in that. What's your hit percentage like? Terrible. Well, it's grenade time then. Can you throw one that far and not hit St. Joan? Yeah, but it's not going to do enough damage. Well, you don't have mayhem, so we can't have you suppress him for some. Well, we're just going to have to gamble that you can do something positive in that. That'll do. All right, that'll do in that. That's just good enough. Just good enough. We got to get St. Joan to safety. Atlas King is in a bit of a bind. Voodoo's got nothing. Lady Di's got nothing. Topless Jane Mansfield has one terrible shot, which we're gonna take, and she connected. Oh, Jane Mansfield isn't the only one missing a head right now. That guy, yeah. Sorry, pal. I know you were like, oh, I need my head. We're like, yeah, you probably do. Heads are important, especially if you want to continue to live. But your head is gone, sir. Gone. We do not have good cover at all. So we're gonna have St. Joan run over here where she should ostensibly be safe, and then it just comes down to what the hell do we do with Atlas King. Half cover is full cover for Atlas King, so having him we've got a relatively wide variety of positions that are gonna be safe for Atlas. I'm a little worried about that thin man. I'm fairly to completely confident though that the thin man is going to shoot at the Mechtoid instead of at Atlas King. Can we panic this outsider? We have a very bad chance of doing it. But it's better than our chance of inflicting actual damage on him. Isaac Asimov can't really do anything. I think we just bring Asimov to this full cover. Lady Di, I mean, I think we just... there's really nowhere good to put you, is there? I mean, yeah, let's just... We're gonna... Alright. We're doing some willy-nilly advancing here because we've got bad positions and some unexpectedly difficult enemies here. That outsider was hitting that cheap-ass shot that he got on old St. Joan there was not good. All right, Atlas King failed at a psi panic. I am as shocked and flabbergasted as the rest of you. The man does not fail. Who are you shooting at? Oh, he's just going to crack that Mechtoid again? That's fine. And reactive sensors. Maybe we pay him back in kind? Well, not quite. It's all right, Mr. Mechtoid Leviathan. I mean, we can't win them all. It's okay. Don't worry, champ. I still love you, baby. I still love you. Excuse me? What the fuck? How did that... Wait a minute. St. Joan was in cover at the start of that turn. She had... So we have some vanishing cover and a fucking thin man sniper back there. Took a shot at us from... This is why the Long War makes me real salty most of the time. I'm real salty about this shit. That's absolute total fucking horseshit nonsense. The miss is not good, but we should have that Mechtoid for one more turn. I am really pissed off about that fucking damage. Like, unspeakably pissed off. Is that a freebie or not? This should not count as a shot, and if it does, I'm gonna just scream and tear my hair out. Thanks, Long War. That's not at all absolute total horseshit nonsense. Not even a little. Not even at all. Yeah, so I'm real salty suddenly. Alright, Lady Di. Nobody can hit anything because they're all just god-awful at their jobs. Guglielmo Marconi, you gotta try and help dig me out of this, champ. I really need something big here. Well, I mean, 7 damage is not quite as big as I might have liked. Jane Mansfield doesn't even have a target, so she can't shoot at anything. Isaac Asimov, I mean, we could have you go throw a smoke grenade and try to save the beleaguered St. Joan. It's not really gonna work, though, is it? Alright, well, Atlas King, you're the only man who can do anything on the entire battlefield, so it's all up to you, Atlas King, at this point. We have literally no one else to help us. It's you or nothing, Atlas King. It's you or nothing. 1% is not good enough. Atlas King's gonna psychokinetic strike and try to destroy this guy's cover, which is what we should have done before we had our Mechtoid pal shoot at him, but this at least will force him to move, or fall back, or potentially just be exposed for somebody to get a decent shot at him. We do have a chance to save St. Joan. If we bring old Julie Sci-Fi Vern up here, we might be able to command St. Joan. I could command the Mechtoid. I mean, that seems real cheesy, right? Well, we're totally doing that. St. Joan doesn't need saved if there's nothing to save her from. If that guy is dead, St. Joan will not require a rescue. 90% chance. Yeah, well, fuck it then. Don't gotta save St. Joan when everybody's dead, do we? Yeah, works fine. I'm fully comfortable with the way that turned out. Now we just have to gear up to eliminate what's left of this mechtoid, which is going to be a much more difficult task than it sounds, especially since Atlas King's Psy Panic is on cooldown. Mechtoids are not extraordinarily difficult to panic, so we got that going for us. We want to make sure we have bullets, and most importantly, we want to make sure Jane Mansfield is going to be in a position where she can shoot at him. Even if that position is in the open, it's okay. Asimov, let's just put you over here. You're going to be on Overwatch. Our mechtoid friend patches up his 2 health. He's still on our team, so we've got yet another turn to sort of set the ambush. Asimov's probably in a relatively good spot. I would love to find a way to empty this guy's weapon so he couldn't shoot at all. We need him to be right in the middle of Fuck City, but also not in a position where he can flank anyone. I think we have to have him move last. Let's bring Atlas King over here. Half cover's going to be full cover for Atlas. He's going to be on Overwatch. Lady Di, we're going to have you reload. Guglielmo, we're also going to have you reload. Alright, Topless. The Leviathan comes back on this turn. He has a maximum of 1 shot. We steady our weapon. Isaac Asimov is kind of in a shitty spot. You know what? Let's go ahead and move Asimov. We're gonna bring him to here. We're gonna have a Net Durand sort of rejigger. Bring her around here, and that gives us a chance to take old Topless Mansfield, put her right here. Running. And then we need to position this Leviathan in such a fashion is that he cannot get a flank shot on Jane Mansfield. So we're gonna put him right. Actually, we really just need him to step away about 2 tiles. Let's put him right there, and that's going to be it. We're not going to do anything with him. Asimov's going to drop a smoker just out. You don't even have smoke grenade, do you, Asimov? God, you're god-awful. And that's going to reload. St. Joan is going to seek some form of heavy cover, and as much as I'd like to have her reload, I think it's vastly more important she not take any more damage. We're going to have her hunker down. That's going to be it. Mechtoid's back on Team Alien. He's going to take a poke at, like, Jules Verne on the long distance. You're fine, Julie. Quit your bitching. And then he's going to reload. So the Mechtoid does have his bullets back. All things considered, that is not a deal breaker. First thing we're going to do is start shit off with a nice little shredder rocket from Sci-Fi. Shred him, Julie. There we go. 9 damage and a shred. That is acceptable output. Oh, I forgot about the reactive sensors. Jules Verne's charmed existence continues. You know, Jules Verne getting injured here is not a big deal, because he's injured at the end of this mission anyway. It doesn't matter what happens. Julie's going to the hospital at the end of this one. But we did get rid of... I'm so used to hitting 3 for rapid fire that I just hit it by default. Julie's going to the hospital at the end of this one regardless. And we did manage to burn the reactive sensor, so we don't have to worry about anybody else getting hit by that garbage. Lady Di, maybe it will close this out? No, maybe not. 5 damage. I mean, it's decent, but it's not particularly great. Can you follow it up with something a little better here, Lady Di? Okay, considerably better, and that means old Radiohead's gonna finish this one off with a long-distance dedication. This one goes out to a sick-hearted lover with a shattered spine. I know you were thinking I'd say heart-sick lover with a shattered skull, but no. Operation Falling Paramore. A success. And their Paramore's chart position, Bradford, you really should stop challenging. I mean, they had some hits on their last album, like 3 in the top 100, Bradford. 3. Not as good as some of their previous albums, although, hey, I like Paramore, internet. I don't care. Hate on me if you want. I like it. I think they're a decent band. Also, Hayley Williams is real pretty. So Jules Verne's in for 8 days. That was always going to happen. 19 days for St. Joan, which pretty much eliminates her from temple ship contention, but hey, let's face it, she wasn't in the running anyway. St. Joan has tried to martyr herself a few too many times. I was thinking about taking the combat drugs for engineer, and then realized it doesn't matter because she's never going on another mission. So it'll be lock and load for Lady Di, which we already thought she had at the beginning of the mission. But St. Joan, back to that. She was never going on a temple ship anyway. Her willpower is, it's in the toilet because, I mean, she's tried to martyr herself like 15 different times. And only the swift intervention of Jesus has saved her. Having our Titan armor damaged is definitely not good. If it takes longer to repair that Titan armor than it does to build a new Plasma Dragon, I'm going to be real pissed off. Because the repair mechanic, I mean, if I've said it once, I've said it 100,000 times. Not at all ridiculously stupid or irritating. 3 days, which is acceptable. That's fine. We have another suit of Vortex armor coming online in 3 days anyway, so those should get done at about the same time. And speaking of done, so is this one. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Of course, your support does really mean a lot. And if you'd like to see me make more Rocky references and make fun of Burgess Meredith, who was an acting god and far my better and no one I should ever criticize in any capacity, might consider subscribing as well. Post new episodes of XCOM every single day, at least until February 5th when XCOM 2 comes out, and then we'll be posting those every single day. And I'm really stoked about that. Don't misconstrue my intentions. Right now, however, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.